Bison laid down a hammer on the Drake Bulldogs this weekend, a 56-point in fact, and all that early fun will have to be pushed aside, getting prepped for Game 2 only 5 days away. Now, the Bison shut down the Bulldogs without much trouble at all, except in the first few minutes. The 7-0 deficit that you see right here, while Miner looking at the final box score, was the first time NDSU was down by a touchdown in a season opener at home since 2006. Head coach Matt Ince spoke with us today how he sees the senior leadership on the team stepping up and how there's no mistake to Miner.
Football we're on, but we need to lean on our leadership a little bit as well. We got 14 great seniors that some of them caught me right after the game and said they were frustrated about the first 14 or so plays, 20 plays of the game that we just kind of walked into the game rather than aggressively approached it. And so I think
North Carolina A&T is next for the Bison. They last faced a Big South opponent in Charleston Southern in 2016, which actually was a wild overtime win. Kickoff against the Aggies is set for 2:30 p.m. back in the Fargo Dome. Now you move down south to the Cornhusker State, where UND took on Nebraska, and well, they couldn't really finish after a tough fourth quarter collapse against the Cornhuskers this past weekend. But head coach Bubba Schweigert spoke today on the strength of the Missouri Valley Football Conference moving forward and how every win on the rest of the schedule could make the smallest of differences.
And league games just seem to be a little bit different, even though in FCS football we approach every week as really a playoff game because you're building a resume and you gotta, you get 11 shots and that's what you're guaranteed. So it's just different. I won't say it's any tougher, but it's different.
Next for the Fighting Hawks is both their home and conference opener against the Northern Iowa Panthers. And this is actually the team's first meeting since UND joined the Missouri Valley. Kickoff is set for 3 p.m. back home at the Alaris Center. And now for the biggest game of the day today. The Red Hawks struggled mightily down the stretch of the season, losing in a sweep to the Kansas City Monarchs in their last 3 games of the season. They needed just one win there to win the West. So then KC ends up winning the West Division by just 1 game, and that reignites the same woes that fell over Fargo-Moorhead when they fell to, yes, the same Monarch squad in last year's American Association Championship. But now we turn to the playoffs. Opening games are going to be coming up pretty soon. First round and second round are a best-of-3 series championship, best-of-5. East was set earlier today with top-seeded Chicago choosing to play Milwaukee, Kane County against Cleburne, and finally the west side of the bracket complete. Kansas City, of course, gets the top seed, and they chose to host the Lincoln Salt Dogs, which means the FM Red Hawks will play the Winnipeg Goldeyes in the first round starting this Wednesday in Canada for a 6:35 p.m. first pitch. Red Hawks return home Friday at 6:30 and then Saturday at 6:30 if games 1 and 2 are split.
So a disappointing end to the regular season, but they're still very much alive for the playoff situation.
They've done pretty well against Winnipeg this season, winning a few series against them, so plenty of games left.